Yo, what is going on YouTube GCTV? Sorry if I wasn't very enthusiastic there. We are here to talk Monday of February 24th. We're just going to talk about some of the good games real quick. Got a couple things I need to do before I go to bed. So we're going to talk Clippers Pistons. We're going to talk Nuggets Pacers. We're going to talk Nets and Wizards. We're going to talk Timberwolves Thunder. And we are going to talk about Blazers and Jazz. Actually, some pretty decent, pretty competitive and close basketball games on tonight. So we're going to first start with the Clippers and the Pistons. Obviously, a very hyped up matchup. I was excited to watch this one. Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren lead the Pistons to their 7th straight win with a 9-point victory over the Clippers. And I was almost debating putting the title of this stream, "The Pistons are on fucking fire," because damn it, they are. They went from being under 500 to now being a great team in the East. It's awesome to see. Obviously, high score. Cade Cunningham just scores at such a high level. He obviously rebounds as well for this team. Jalen Duren, he can score a little bit, but man, the rebounding, like, where Cade lacks rebounding a little bit, Jalen Duren comes in and grabs rebounds. Where Jalen Duren lacks scoring, Cade Cunningham comes in and picks up the scraps. That is such a cool complementary duo on this team, and I think this is a team of duos, because yesterday we obviously talked about Malik Beasley and Cade Cunningham, but tonight it was all about Duren and Cunningham. I love it. 7 straight wins. Oscar Thompson, he's going to get up. He's going to be athletic, dunk on people, be that young athletic power that you need on this team. And he's going to play on both sides of the floor. He's going to block shots. He's going to dunk. Oscar Thompson, great player. Really fun game to watch here, man. Oscar Thompson was all over the place. And obviously guys like Amir Coffey were going out there and hitting tough shots. I don't know, man. You look at the Clippers, you get 13 points, 15 rebounds for Ivica Zubac. You get 18 points, 12 rebounds for James Harden, albeit not the greatest shooting splits, but I don't know. They had to start Nick Batum. I mean, they're missing a lot of guys. I would rather start Derrick Jones Jr. or Amir Coffey over Nick Batum, though, if I'm being honest. That's just me. I don't know. I don't think Nick Batum ever belongs in the starting lineup. Whatever. You can't win them all. You look at the Pistons, Tobias Harris, 20 points, shooting 67% from 3. You get 12 points, 19 rebounds for Jalen Duren, and you get 32 points for Cade Cunningham. So shout out to the Pistons. They get the job done. Moving on here to the Nuggets and the Pacers, another pretty heavyweight matchup, another pretty fun matchup to watch here. Aaron Gordon and Nikola Jokic lead the Nuggets past the Pacers. They win by 9, and somehow Nikola Jokic has one of the best, if not the best, passing night of his career. And obviously, he can score, he can rebound at a decent level in this game. But man, the passing was all over, and I guess he wasn't shooting the best split, so he decided, hey, let's open it up for guys like Aaron Gordon, who scored at a very high level, especially for his standards, and they took the dub against a good Eastern Conference team. Awesome. I love Nikola Jokic just being the facilitator, proving he is one of the greatest passers in NBA history. Really fun game to watch here. Obviously Aaron Nesmith being the athletic guy, getting up and dunking it for the Pacers, and Miles Turner being athletic and getting up and dunking over Jokic, who's obviously not the most athletic big, and that continues to kind of be a harp on him over the years from the media. And, Thomas Bryant was getting to the rim. They're very, when you play the Nuggets, you're going to be a very much at the rim team, because you know that Jokic isn't going to be up there to contest. But they were able to overcome it nonetheless. I mean, you get 25 points from Aaron Gordon, who shot 50% from 3. You get 19 points and 11 rebounds from Michael Porter Jr. You get 18 points, 19 assists for Nikola Jokic, and it's not even like he was shooting bad splits. It's just he got more involved with the playmaking tonight than he did the scoring, and that's a switch that great players are able to make. It's awesome. Putting the ego aside, no ego for Jokic, which is why he's one of the best basketball players we have ever seen. Seriously. You look at the Pacers, you get 23 points from Miles Turner. You get 19 points, 15 assists for Tyrese Halliburton off of 50% three-point shooting. Andrew Nembhard, not the greatest performance. I mean, you could have put anyone else in. Obi Toppin, Thomas Bryant, Benedict Mathurin, Ben Shepherd. You could have put anybody else in for him tonight. He just wasn't producing offensively like this team really needs him to. And I think that was kind of the fault of them in that game. So there you have it. Moving on to the Nets and the Wizards. I know this is poverty, but it's close. It's content for the channel. We're going to talk about it. Jordan Poole scores 26 as the Wizards snap their 6-game losing streak with an 8-point victory over the Nets. Love it. Crucial jumpers late in the game, and Jordan Poole ends up having a great scoring night here. Love to see that. Snap a lose streak. Obviously, Bilal Coulibaly being that young guy getting through defenders, hitting tough shots. Marcus Smart took a charge, did a little kip up. That's a fun thing. I don't remember him ever doing that in Boston. He might have actually, because he took a lot of charges. He was a very gritty, very on the grind basketball player for us. I miss Marcus Smart. Obviously, it was probably for the best because we got a guy that could give both offense and defense. Maybe not recently, but in Jrue Holiday. Yeah, Wizards beat the Nets again. Huge moment for them to beat a lose streak. Again, I know they're tanking and they're probably trying to enter the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, but at some point you need to win games so you don't completely lose morale, completely lose guys. That's awesome. Zaire Williams was making it tough, getting to the rim, but man, they have Rashawn Holmes hitting tough shots for this Wizards team. Pretty good stuff. The Nets are a lost fucking cause at this point. They played absolutely terrible in this game. And it's interesting because they almost beat the Sixers. And for some reason, they are so down bad in the roster that Killian Hayes is a fucking starter on this team. Like, are we serious right now? I mean, you have Trenton Watford, you have Day'Ron Sharpe, you have, Tyrese Martin. You have decent guys off the bench. Why the hell is Killian Hayes starting on this team? Are we really... I guess we really are that down bad. That's terrible. Anyway, 26 points for Jordan Poole. You get a 20-point performance for Bilal Coulibaly, who shot 75% from 3, 50% overall. Great performance for him. And again, Wizards just take care of business in that one. We got 2 more games to talk about. Let's talk about this Timberwolves Thunder game. Pretty much the main event of the night. Went to overtime. Crazy stuff. Jaden McDaniels scores 27, and the Timberwolves rally from a 25-point deficit to beat the Thunder by 3 in overtime. Yeah, the Thunder won last night. Yes, they did. Great scoring from Jaden McDaniels, and obviously Anthony Edwards in that Shea matchup going crazy once again. He blocked the go-ahead shot attempt, and they overcame a huge deficit in the second half. They end up beating the Thunder. It's a huge win. This is a statement win for the Timberwolves, especially given that they just got beat the night before. Huge fourth quarter deficit. They get the win. Come all the way back. Jaden McDaniels was hitting tough shots down the stretch. Obviously, it's hard to contain a guy like Isaiah Hartenstein as a lob threat when you don't have Rudy Gobert. And that kind of looked like a problem for a while. But hey, man, this was a good game. Anthony Edwards, clutch. Huge block on SGA in overtime, using his athleticism to his power, Look at the Timberwolves, 27 points, 10 rebounds for Jaden McDaniels. Great performance. 22 points, 11 rebounds for Naz Reid. Not the greatest shooting splits, but he's been playing pretty good recently. Again, another bad shooting night for Anthony Edwards, but he still had 17 points and 13 rebounds. You get 21 points off the bench for Nickeil Alexander-Walker off of 50% three-point shooting. He played great the night before. 17 points, 10 rebounds for Terrence Shannon Jr., who shot 70%. They had all hands on deck for this comeback. They have guys that are stepping in. This is going to be a really fun Minnesota Timberwolves team to watch over the next 5 to 10 years. You have guys like Nickeil, who's still a pretty young basketball player, 26, Terrence Shannon Jr., Rob Dillingham, who just got out of college a couple years ago, and obviously you have your franchise player in Anthony Edwards. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch this team. You look at the Thunder, you get 27 points out of J-Dub, 39 points, 10 rebounds for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off of 60% three-point shooting, and he shot 55% as well. I guess I said that Isaiah Hartenstein was a lob threat and he was a problem this game, but I think they really need to have Chet out there because, man, I get he can't really play back-to-backs because he's pretty injury-prone, but Isaiah Hartenstein, not a great scoring night, not involved at all offensively. I guess they have Jay Will, Alex Caruso, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. They have decent guys off the bench that can be the scorers, but you need Chet in this game. I truly believe that. So there you go. Let's move on to the Trailblazers and the Jazz. And again, I know another pretty poverty matchup here, but we have to talk about it because why not? Anthony Simons scores 28. The Trailblazers beat the Jazz by 2 in the opener of a 7-game road trip, so they're going to have to be fighting. They're 25-33. In the West, that doesn't seem like it's going to be realistic to make a play-in appearance because they are probably about 4.5 games out. We'll see though. That's going to be very interesting moving forward. If they can go on another win streak like they did somewhat recently, we could be seeing a play-in appearance from an absolute underdog here. Yeah, shout out to Anthony Simons. Great scoring. Obviously, he can pass at a decent level too, and they get it done. Deni Avdija continues to have tough offensive play. Great game here, though. You know, Keontae George was making it tough with some three-point shots, and Kyle Filipowski's going to get your block shots. And again, Keontae George is such a great offensive player, but he didn't shoot great, but he had great moments in this game. But Trailblazers overcome it. I mean, 20 points for Jeremy Grant. I've been complaining about him recently, but he shot 50% from three this game. 18 points, 14 rebounds for Deni Avdija. Man, oh man, do they need DeAndre Ayton back. Obviously not in this game when you're playing the Jazz, but it'd be nice to have him back somewhat soon. You get 28 points for Anthony Simons. And then for the Jazz, 20 points, 11 rebounds for Kyle Filipowski. He's been playing great recently. Made all of his threes this game. You get 21 points from Bryce Sensabaugh, who shot 80% from three. You get 21 points from Keontae George off the bench. I don't know. I don't really like Johnny Juzang being in the starting lineup. I feel like they're missing something there. Why wouldn't Keontae George or Micah Potter or Caleb Williams or Cody Williams, or Svi Mikhailiuk or somebody like that start over Johnny Juzang? I'm not really sure. I loved Johnny Juzang at UCLA. Don't get it fucked up. But I just don't think right now in the NBA he's a starter. So that's kind of where I'm leaving that. Tomorrow, obviously, some pretty decent games. You know, Bucks and Rockets is always a fun time. That'll be great. Just looking around the association, obviously the Mavs and Lakers play tomorrow in prime time, and although it would be great to have Anthony Davis, it's just not going to be the case. I think it's still going to be a pretty decent games.